There are hundreds of different types of flowers.
There are hundreds of different types of flowers.
Most people like roses.
Most people like roses.
Roses grow on bushes and they smell beautiful.
Roses grow on bushes and they smell beautiful.
You have to be careful that you don't prick your finger on a rose thorn.
You have to be careful that you don't prick your finger on a rose thorn.
Roses come in many colors.
Roses come in many colors. Roses come in many colors.
There are red, pink, yellow, and white roses.
There are red, pink, yellow, and white roses.
In the spring, tulips are in bloom.
In the spring, tulips are in blooms. In the spring, tulips are in bloom.
In Ottawa, there are many tulips.
In Ottawa, there are many tulips.
Some people go there just to see all the tulips in the spring.
Some people go there just to see all tulips in the spring.
Forget-me-nots are also spring flowers.
Forget-me-nots are also spring flowers.
They are tiny and blue.
They are tiny and blue.
Lilies of the valley look like white bells.
Lilies of the valley look like white bells.
Where I live, many of the trees have blossoms on them in the springtime.
Many of trees have blossoms of them in the springtime. Many of trees have blossoms on them in the springtime.
The apple and cherry trees look particularly beautiful when they are in blossom.
The apple and cherry trees look particularly beautiful when they are in blossom.
We have a blossom festival in my town.
We have a blossom festival in my town.
My neighbors like to plant geraniums, petunias, and marigolds in the summer.
My neighbor like to plant geranium in the summer.
Some people plant sunflowers.
Some people plant sunflowers.
Sunflowers grow very tall.
Sunflowers grow very tall. Sunflowers grow very tall.
They have bright yellow petals.
They have bright yellow petals.
All of those flowers grow best in the sunshine.
All of those flowers grow best in the sunshine.
If your garden is shady, you have to plant different things.
If your garden is shady, you have to plant different things.
Hostas grow well in a shady garden.
Hostas grow well in a shady garden. Hostas grow well in a shady garden.
Chrysanthemums are fall flowers.
Are fall flowers.
Chrysanthemums come in many colors also.
Chrysanthemums come in many colors also.
There are purple, yellow, and white chrysanthemums.
There are purple, yellow, and white chrysanthemums.
Flowers are good to give as gifts.
Flowers are good to give as gifts. Flowers are good to give as gifts.
Women like to receive a dozen roses on Valentine's Day.
Women like receive a dozen roses on Valentine's Day.
Carnations also make a nice gift.
Carnations also make a nice gift.
They have a very sweet smell.
They have a very sweet smell. They have a very sweet smell.
Many people give away lilies for Easter.
Many people give away lilies for Easter.
Poinsettias are very festive at Christmas time.
Poinsettias are very festive at Christmas time. Poinsettias are very festive at Christmas time.
If someone goes to a dance, they often give their partner a flower to wear.
If someone goes to dance, they often give their partner a flower to wear.
Sometimes a girl will get an orchid from her date.
Sometimes a girl will get an orchid for her date.
If you go to a wedding, you will probably see a lot of flowers there.
If you go to a wedding, you will probably see a lot of flowers there.
Flowers help to make places beautiful.
Flowers have to make places. Flowers have to make place beautiful.
The shopping mall.
The shopping mall.
There are many different stores in the shopping mall.
There are many different stores in the shopping mall.
There are ladies' wear stores.
There are ladies' wear stores.
They sell dresses, blouses, and many kinds of clothes for women.
They sell dresses, blouses, and many kinds of clothes for women.
In the menswear stores, there are suits, ties, shirts, and slacks.
In the menswear store, there are suits, ties, shirts, and slacks.
There are also clothing stores that appeal just to teenagers.
There are also clothing stores that appeal just to teenagers.
Some clothing stores only sell children's clothes.
Some clothing stores only sell children's clothes.
There is even a store that sells bathing suits and cover-ups for the beach or pool.
There is even a store that does sell bathing suits and cover-ups for the beach or pool.
There are lingerie stores that sell ladies' underwear and nightwear.
There are lingerie stores that sell ladies' underwear and nightwear.
There are hardware stores that sell tools.
There are hardware stores that sell tools. There are hardware stores that sell tools.
There are shoe stores.
There are shoe stores.
You buy shoes and boots in a shoe store.
You buy shoes and boots in a shoe store.
There are bookstores.
There are bookstores.
You can buy a book on almost any topic at the bookstore.
You can buy a book on almost any topic at the bookstore. You can buy a book on almost any topic at the bookstore.
There are stores that sell compact discs.
There are stores that sell compact discs.
Those stores also have tapes and videos.
Those stores also have tapes and videos.
There are sports stores that sell special shoes and clothes for sports.
There are sports stores that sell special shoes and clothes for sports.
They also sell sports equipment and t-shirts and hats with the logo of your favorite teams.
They also sell sports equipment and t-shirts and hats with the logo of your favorite teams.
There are gift stores that sell all kinds of things that someone might want for their house.
There are gift stores that sell all kinds of things that someone might want for their house.
There are kitchen stores where you can buy utensils and pots and pans.
There are kitchen stores where you can buy utensils and pots and pans.
Those kinds of stores also sell aprons and napkins and anything you might need for your kitchen.
Those kinds of stores also sell aprons and napkins and anything you might need for your kitchen.
There is a movie theater at the mall.
There is a movie theater. There is a movie theater at the mall.
There is a jewelry store that has a lot of gold and silver jewelry.
There is a jewelry store that has a lot of gold and silver Ziegler.
There is a hairdresser in the mall.
There is a hairdresser in the mall.
Sometimes I go in there to get my hair cut.
Sometimes I go there. Sometimes I go in there to get my hair cut.
There are fast food places in the mall.
There are fast food places in the mall.
You can get a quick lunch like a hamburger or some French fries.
You can get a quick lunch like a hamburgers or some French fries. Gì đấy? Có, 9 giờ anh đi. Ở trên Vĩnh Yên. 10 rưỡi mới học mà. You can get a quick lunch like a hamburger or some French fries.
There are also fancier restaurants in the mall.
There are also fancier restaurants in the mall.
You can sit down for a nice meal.
You can sit down for a nice meal.
There is a furniture store in the mall.
There is a furniture store in the mall. There is a furniture store in the mall.
You can buy a new sofa or bed at the furniture store.
You could buy a new sofa or bed at the furniture store.
There are bulk food stores.
There are bulk food store. Bulk.
At a bulk food store, all the foods are in bins.
In a bulk food store, all the foods are in bins.
You take as much as you want and pay for it at the counter.
You take as much as you want and pay for it at the counter. You take as much as you want and pay for it at the counter.
There is even a telephone store and an electronics store at the mall.
There is even a telephone store and an electric store, and there is even a telephone store and an electric store at the mall.
My brother's favorite store is the toy store.
My brother's favorite store is a toy store.
He could spend hours in there.
He could spend hours in there.
There are also department stores at the mall.
There are also department stores at the mall.
Department stores sell all kinds of things.
Department stores sell all kinds of things. Department stores sell all kinds of things.
They sell perfume, clothes, shoes, kitchen utensils, or just about anything you might need.
They sell perfume, clothes, shoes, kitchen utensils, or just about anything you might need.
You can get almost anything you want at the shopping mall.
You can get almost anything you want at the shopping mall. You can get almost anything you want at the shopping mall.
Travel.
Travel.
It is fun to take a trip to a faraway place.
It is fun to take a trip to faraway places. It is fun to take a trip to a faraway place.
My brother just went to Italy and France.
My brother just went to Italy and France.
He got on a plane at Toronto Airport.
He got on a plane at Toronto Airport.
He took a flight to France.
He took a flight to France.
He stayed there for a couple of days.
He stays there for a couple of days.
He visited the Eiffel Tower.
He visits the Eiffel Towers. He visits the Eiffel Tower.
He was in Paris.
He was in Paris.
He said that he enjoyed the food in France.
He said that he enjoyed the food in France.
He then traveled to Italy.
He then traveled to Italy. He then traveled to Italy.
He saw many towns and villages in Italy.
He saw many towns and villages in Italy. He saw many towns and villages in Italy.
He went to Rome and visited many of the tourist attractions.
He went to Rome and visited many of tourist attractions.
In Venice, he saw the canals.
In Venice, he saw the canals.
He tried to speak Italian, but he is not too good at it.
He tried to speak Italian, but he is good. He tried to speak Italian, but he is not too good at it.
He said that the people were very helpful.
He said that the people were very helpful.
They tried to understand him.
They tried to understand him.
He bought souvenirs for us when he was in Italy.
He bought souvenirs for us when he was in Italy.
He ate Italian food.
He ate Italian food.
He said that pizza in Italy is quite different from the pizza we eat here in Canada.
He said that pizza in Italy is quite different from the pizza we eat here in Canada. He said that pizza in Italy is quite different from the pizza we eat here in Canada.
He saw many streets that were made of cobblestones.
He saw many trees that were made of.
He saw many old buildings.
He saw many old buildings.
A lot of people in Italy travel around on scooters.
A lot of people in Italy travel around on scooters.
He stayed at a very nice hotel in Italy.
He stayed at a very nice hotel in Italy. He
was sorry when it was time to come home.
He was sorry when it was time to come home. He was sorry when it was time to come home.
My brother likes to travel.
My brother likes to travel. My brother likes to travel.
He likes to fly in airplanes.
He likes to fly in airplanes.
The airlines lost his luggage once.
The airlines lost his luggage once.
He was not too pleased about that.
He was not too pleased about that.
Next year, he would like to travel to England.
Next year, he would like to travel to England.
The farm.
My
uncle is a farmer.
My uncle is a farmer.
He lives on a farm.
He lives on a farm. He
has many different types of animals.
He has many different types of animals. He has many different types of animals.
In the barn, there are horses and cows.
In the barn, there are horses and cows.
The cows swish the flies away from themselves with their tails.
The cow swishes the flies away from themselves with their tails.
It sounds very loud if a cow says moo when you are standing there.
It sounds very loud if a cow says moo when you are standing there.
The cows eat the grass from my uncle's field.
The cows eat grass. The cow eats the grass from my uncle's field.
He gets milk from the cows.
He gets milk from the cows.
I put a saddle on one of the horses and went for a ride.
I put a saddle on one of the horses and went for a ride. Right, right.
There are pigs in the pig pen.
There are pigs in the pig pen.
He has goats.
He has goats.
He says that the goats will eat just about anything.
He says that the goats will eat just about anything.
He has a chicken coop with chickens in it.
He has a chicken coop with chickens in it. He has a chicken coop with chickens in it.
The chickens lay eggs.
The chickens lay eggs. The chickens lay eggs.
Have you ever seen baby chicks?
Have you ever seen baby chicks?
They are very cute.
They are very cute. They are very cute.
My uncle collects the eggs every morning.
My uncle collects the eggs every morning. My uncle collects the eggs every morning.
There is a rooster too.
There is a rooster too.
The rooster crows when the sun comes up.
The rooster crows when the sun comes up. The rooster crows when the sun comes up.
My uncle also has a goose.
My uncle also has a goose.
The goose makes a honking noise.
The goose makes a honking noise.
I don't think that the goose likes me.
I don't think that the goose likes me.
It nips me when I go near it.
It nips me when I go near it.
Many cats live in my uncle's barn.
Many cats live in my uncle's barn.
They are stray cats, but he lets them stay there because they keep the mice away.
They are stray cats, but he lets them stay there. They are stray cats, but he lets them stay there because they keep the mice away.
My uncle feeds the cats.
My uncle feeds the cats. My uncle feeds the cat.
My uncle says that he would like to get some sheep for his farm.
My uncle says that he would like to get some sheep for his farm.
You can get wool from sheep.
You can get wood from sheep.
There are a lot of animals on my uncle's farm.
There are lots of animals on my uncle's farm. There are lots of animals on my uncle's farm.